Well, today, bit of a shame I know, we're leaving the Scarborough area and we're now heading across country, after doing the bins of course, where we will pick up the A1M for a little bit and then wander across to Windermere. However, things don't go according to plan. See that Scotch Corner services? As you can see, it's about halfway across, up the M1, and when you get in there, you see this sign. Just what you want to see when you go over a 40-foot rig. And so coming off the motorway, we see the signs for the rest area. And from the signs here, we can see that trucks and or lorries are not allowed in, but no mention of anything else. So the need is upon us, so why not? I can see a caravan coming out, and once again the sign for no lorries. And then on this sign with a heap load of words, all I can see right at the top is I'm okay for 2 hours. And then where do I go with this thing?
It says coaches straight on, so head for that.
Then I can see Costa, and that must be the entrance.
Yeah, so it just says coaches straight on.
And whilst I'm watching all these people, Fiona sees that sign for the first time.
No, I can't see that.
There, right there.
I couldn't see it. Now the hedges have reappeared.
So
now I
is
can.
it in here?
No,
Coaches?
pull out my car. That's the me hotel.
Coaches. No caravans allowed.
When
Where?
possible, make a
Says
turn, then take the second right.
On that sign it says no caravans allowed. We're here now.
But once again, my attention is drawn to people on the road. A good job it was as well. And according to the signs, we can expect £100 fine via APNR, which will arrive in the post. Needless to say, we do our ablutions because we're already in, and then spin round and go back out. We're in less than 10 minutes.
You should be allowed sort of 10 minutes leeway anyway.
Why are we going so slow? Oh dear. Now that leaves a bitter taste in the mouth, but anyway, we have no option but to lick our wounds and get back on the road. Now to lift our spirits again, the scenery going across country all the way over to the M6 was spectacular. Very soon we were on the way into Windermere. And following our trusty sat-nav, where you can pop in your dimensions and weight, it will take you across roads that you're only supposed to be going down, not ones you're not. And smugly you think to yourself, that's right, we're moving quite nicely here, and then you hit traffic. And large amounts of it seems to be heading for this neck of the woods. It's quite funny when I think back actually. Doing things like this would have been quite scary right at the beginning of my adventures 10 years or so ago, because with an 8-metre caravan and the car, we are in excess of 40 feet. Now if you think about a 40-foot Arctic, it's the same as driving one of those. You've got to have kahunas, I suppose is the best way to do it, and do what they do. Take your time, watch the road, watch for other people doing stupid things as they do, and then enjoy it, as places like this are not to be missed out on. And now back to this one. Annoyingly, there is a massive queue of cars trying to get into a car park on the left here, but our site is just after it, so we have nothing to do but wait. Now the chap operating the car park was actually very nice to us, and he was telling us about 3 cars that were just around the corner, and he'd asked them to move, and they refused, so it made our entrance a little bit tighter than it would normally be, but we got there in the end. Now what I've been starting to do of late, just to speed things up a bit, is whilst Fiona's checking us in, I can get the wing mirrors off, but I didn't get much of a chance here because they were a bit quick. And would you believe it, the service pitches with access for satellite dish would be right at the front here, so simple reversing job. We like the sound of this. And then there are two more Brucey bonuses. Number one, the sun begins to make an appearance. Number two, cars off the front, Fiona's decided that she's going to do the alco lock. So we put the motor movers on, line it up, job done. Now a little bit on this site as we just came straight in and reversed straight into the second pitch we saw. So around the outside edge is where all the service pitches are. Then in the middle of both sites, the upper site and the lower site, the upper site has all hard standing pitches, and the lower site has hard standing in the middle and then serviced all the way around the edges. And so a few hours later we get everything all set up, awning up. I even get to put the washing line up as I had damp clothes from paddleboarding before.
I have to say, we're quite impressed by the pitches actually. They're a good size. I did fear that on caravan and camping club sites, certainly the ones that we've been to, the pitches are really quite small. They call this one a super pitch, super service pitch. Yeah, it's very good. And I've even got plenty of room down the side of it, look. And I do like the fact that we've only got this short run, having all the services at the back. That's good. Cool.
Now we were told by reception that there was a way to get to the water through the back of the site, so we're off to go and explore that. Apparently there's a path in between a couple of pitches down here.
It's a big pitch though. Well, that's where the actual dog walk is.
Not that we have Jess with us at this time.
Oh, this is a public car park, is it? No dear. We park there then. You bringing out a big boat?
Yeah.
Smell for gunman.
Thank you. Ooh, that looks really nice. Smell that from here. There we go.
Very wonderful.
Oh, public toilets just there, look.
What's that come out of?
Don't know. Big walkway. That was the actual marina. Is that the launch thing there, is it?
Yeah. Please pay before launching.
So the upshot is,
Between them diggies over there,
Yeah.
there's another little jetty around the other side when you're away from the power boats. And you do come down, and they don't charge non-powered devices.
Oh, look at that. Fantastic.
Well, that'd be alright for you, wouldn't it?
We'll take a wander around that path, shall we?
Yeah, if you want.
And in actual fact, that path circumnavigates the actual site itself. And then you can see how close the ferry is, which goes across the lake to the other side, and how close you are to the centre of Bowness. And as it turns out, no wonder the dog walk is pointed this way. You can't do much better than this, can you? Look at that. Anyway, back to the site. This site gets better the more I look at it. Even the chemical toilets are undercover, look.
These are quite big pitches. Not usual for the ones we've seen. Oh, there are some thin ones there. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. Oh, pipe kind of grass.
Okay, that's the lower section done. Let's have a quick look at the butchers at the upper section.
There's a V on that one, is there?
on that one.
But this end of the site, there's not that much to see really, and some of the pictures are really small. I suppose they are designed for like small motorhomes, camper vans, tents. The main amenity block is here on the right with the toilets and showers, all very clean. And now we got a few hours left before we call it a day. So we'll walk into Bowness, I suppose, then go and find something to eat. In the meantime, though, let's go and investigate that car park. The reason why this is so much of an interest is that's me, just on the other side of that hedge. So they are quite close. And you are allowed, with the purchase of a ticket, to actually be there. It's not just people parking there just because they found a hole. Although you'd have to find quite a big hole. It's really odd, this car park. So this is the way in, and down there it's full of motorhomes, but it says cars go around that way. So it must be a way through to the motorhome park at the end. How odd. Well, now we know what that is, we take the 5-minute walk and meander into town. Now here, it is time for the restaurants to start opening, and we also spy a bit of a fun fair going on. But that's it for day one. We're here, but food is calling, and they're no doubt shut-eye. Catch you later. Now the following day, I get the bike down off the back of the car and go and have a little look and see what else is down that bit of road. Now here is where the fun fair is on the left hand side, but on the right there's a nice picturesque spot where you can sit and just watch the world go by with a lake view. What more can be said for that? But moving on, there's even more trinkety type shops and restaurants and even a boat shop, look, as there is another marina just down here, look. And then moving on again, you come to a water sports type shop. It's got everything in there, including boats for sale, look. And so for dinner later, I think we'll be heading down this road. My next job is to go and talk about that thing that I love the most. Yes, Wi-Fi. So we have our MiFi box connected, which is the Netgear box, velcroed up to the aerial at the back. We are struggling to even find a connection here, so I'm just going to go and have a look at the wireless settings on this laptop to find out what it's connected to. In default, this box is already connected to Gold View, which is our 5 GHz network speed, and the SIM card that's in it is Sky, therefore O2, but I'm getting absolutely nothing. So let's switch to the site Wi-Fi instead. And shall we have a laugh and have a little test of that? This should be fun. Are you ready? Here we go. And now we know that the CCC uses TalkTalk, and obviously they're using U-Fiber as their test other end, and oh my goodness me, that is really crap. In fact, that is so slow you might even have buffering on your bloody emails. But anyway, let's change our selection again using the 2.4 GHz internet speed on the Wi-Fi router. This time, obviously O2 is finding that TalkTalk's the other end I can use, but there is nobody to test with. Oh dear. So the MiFi box is going to be useless. The site Wi-Fi is going to be useless. Let's have a look at my phone and connect to that. It says it's got 4G but only 1 bar. Well, come on then, let's have it. Yeah, oh, look at that, fabulous. Yeah, and that's a good download speed. I'm not really bothered about the upload because I won't be doing any of that. And now that that's working, we can have some fun time. For me, that means paddleboarding. And after our little recce yesterday, we know exactly where to go. And over the next few days, and we get to pop out quite a few more times. You can tell by the colour of the sky. There is, however, a day when I went out when it was slightly more choppy. And believe me, that was a real workout. And that's where I also noticed that the ferry was on the other side, and there'll be more on that on our out and about section, which will be our next film release. And all that remains for me to do is say thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications, and we'll see you on the next one.